Hello everybody, Tinoriem here from the MegaMineNetwork, and welcome back to another episode of Tinoriem Plays MCAlagaësia Survival World. This is episode 9. In last episode, as you remember, or you should remember, we actually built the walls and did the top foundation. Oops, wrong button. We did the top foundation, which is the corners here, and obviously the walls, as I said. But the thing is that in between episodes, I have been busy. So obviously, yes, we did this design. I don't know how you guys react. I don't know how you guys are going to react to this, because this video is actually being recorded before I read all your comments about the walls. Anyway, if you guys do enjoy the walls, okay, cool. Just let me know what you guys think of the walls. Now, something I want to point out is that in between episodes, I literally had a bit of a technical thing where I ended up coming down here to where my farmers are, my villagers, and I ended up having to work on the redstone in here. As you can see, there is a little bit of redstone, and I ended up using a mechanism that a famous YouTuber, which you can find a link to his tutorial of this particular design. Incredible work by him and by the rest of the group that he plays with. All links in the description are the ones of the farms that are appearing in these videos. They're constantly going to be on the videos each week, so just wanted to let you guys know. But anyway, so essentially what I've gone and done is I've actually gone and added a second one to here, and that runs all the way across to here, where it's got this particular redstone hickory thing that, I keep forgetting the name of it. I think it's a pulse extender, and essentially, as you can see, it spits out the block. The sticky piston spits out the block because this redstone torch down here sets off this sticky piston, which raises this block. But then when I put the book into the hopper and it comes out of the dropper, it activates that redstone signal, which turns off the sticky piston and lowers the block. And this redstone here, this redstone line of the redstone dust, actually goes into this repeater, and then that repeater is connected to this dust here, and then that dust runs along the line to this sticky piston. There's two sticky pistons because quasi-connectivity. Essentially, this redstone repeater is on top of this block, and this block is carrying the redstone signal from the dust and repeater into both of them, because the block has the redstone thing. Anyway, so that's that bit, and then obviously, as you can see, this is the first one, so that's the first one, and then obviously the second one's over there. But that's the redstone, and obviously this is the area that I have to throw the book in, which is this particular spot. This purple here is, and I think this is actually a good, I think what I've done here is actually nice, and I might change it to magenta going down this way up, leading up to the leading up both down this way and up to the villages, because if I have magenta up here and stops there, and then have like red or something, you know, I'm trying to add a little bit more color to some of my hallways. As for this end, I've actually got the pink and purple, and I actually like that. And then I've added the deep slate, cobbled deep slate stairs, and then I've also added the 2 blocks of, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks of andesite, and I've got some stone brick fences, stone brick, are they called fences? What are they called? They're called something. But anyway, so that's what I've been up to in between episodes. That and something else that I've been up to, and it's already daytime, so I've been talking long enough for it to become day. So what we're going to quickly do is we're going to quickly just head down here. So obviously, as you can see, I've added a little bit of wall here. So this wood is actually the wood for the, you know, the pale oak wood. And the reason I've added that is because I'm actually thinking of connecting this, and this should not be cobblestone. So this is part of the floor. Okay, well, yeah, so essentially this episode was going to be about removing the floor and adding a nice textured wood. And because this is the spawn layer where the spawn is happening, I'm actually going to be having an interesting time. Where's the water? Where's the flowing water happening? Oh, it's the AFK pool. I've been hearing that all what do you call it? Oh, I've missed a block. That annoying feeling when you get every block except for one. Anyway, so yeah, the plan was going to be doing this side, and I don't know if you remember, but let me just show you something. Okay guys, so this is what I was going to show you. So the plan that I had planned was originally this particular block. The only problem is that I don't think it's going to fit. So it might be only either the, you know, it might be just 2 parents. So it might be just, it might be, for example, this pattern here, which might be the only pattern that I have. And as you can see, the pattern on the wall here is completely different to the pattern on the walls of the thing. And then for the roof, this is the roof here. Essentially, it's going to be this particular roof. As for this path, I think it will work. It's just going to be an interesting time trying to get it all into the location. But this is the sign. Essentially, this is why we need the you know, the pale oak wood. Then we've got the cracked deep slate tiles. So deep slate tiles over there, deep slate tiles over here, cracked deep slate tiles over there, pale oak wood, and the cracked stone bricks as well. And that's the pattern of the roof. I think the roof looks kind of like a. I was trying to go for like a target block, but in a different color. I mean, I kind of like the design of it, but you know, it's going to be interesting on how to build it. So I'll meet you back on the world. Okay, so we're back on the world, guys. So essentially, we're not going to be building this. We might be using the pale oak trapdoors rather than the those trapdoors. So essentially, we've got this, our work cut out for us, and as you can see, I've got no floor. So essentially, this floor here, the second floor here, will be done out of the two ones, which was the, I want to say it was, I mean, there's probably not enough space anyway to exactly make it the way it's supposed to be. I personally like the fact that it's all white here. Yeah, so let me get, so what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna work on these two layers first. This layer, and then all across here. I don't know why that block's there. I have no idea why, but I'm sure I'll figure out why. I think I probably built too many blocks over there. I probably did. Probably made too many blocks. I don't know. Anyway, so what we'll do is we'll quickly get the blocks that we need, which, if I can remember correctly, and I'm actually gonna try my best to remember, we will need I'm trying to think what it is that I'm gonna need. Just give me a second, I'll find out. Okay guys, so I have found out what exactly I need. I need some pale moss carpet, which is in here. I don't need the leaves, I need the pale moss carpet. I'll get 2 stacks of that. We'll add the cobblestone away. We need the, what else was it? Pale oak logs, which is over here. Pale oak logs. Quartz pillar. That's one of the ones we need. Chiseled quartz. That's also another one. Pale oak log. Pale oak wood. And okay, so that's the top bit. Actually, I just realized I didn't light this one up. Okay. Alright. So I've got all the blocks that we need to make this. I think it won't be that hard of making it. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that I kind of added that little bit there. Anyway. Oh, come on. That was way too many blocks. Okay. So we need chiseled quartz. I think maybe the chiseled quartz can go in the corners. And then so it goes chisel, no, that's not chiseled quartz. That's a quartz pillar. Did I not get, oh, I didn't get chiseled quartz. I was too busy doing other things. I did not get the chisel quartz, which we so needed. I'll get the second stack of chisel quartz just in case. I'll get another stack of this. And another stack of the pale oak wood. We need the pale moss. We don't really need, what's that? Polished blackstone brick. We don't really need that. Alright, so we got everything. Alright. So, what my plan is to put that there and have alternating patterns. The only problem is that it's going to be interesting building this because there's only 2 spots, as you can see. So it will obviously be like this, a pattern like this. I kind of like this pattern, and that's probably why I chose it. But the thing is that it was going to be much bigger if it was. And this is just going to be the outside line. I think I might just do chisel quartz, then come back and do the wood. Oh, that's actually a lot easier. Yeah, I gotta leave a space for that one. Okay, and I gotta leave that one open. Okay, so let's add the wood blocks like so. Oh yeah, that was so much. That is the block that we need to leave. Oops. I think it's much easier when I'm doing it like this. I'm talking to you guys at the same time rather than doing the replay mod, because when I was doing the replay mod yesterday in the last episode, which for me was yesterday, that was not exactly easy. I have no idea how, those famous Minecraft YouTubers and the YouTubers that use replay mod, I don't know how they do it. So we've done that first bit with the chiseled, and I don't think we need the chiseled again. Especially because I keep having I've got pictures, screenshots from when I took the screenshots of that particular design. So I'm just having a quick glance, and it doesn't look like we need it because we don't need it anymore. So we've got some chiseled quartz left over. Now it's time for the pale wood and the quartz pillar, which this is a lot quicker than I anticipated. So I think what we're going to do is how did this design start? The next design, it went the wood block. Okay, so the wood block, and we're going to need. Oh, we've got plenty of pale oak wood. So ultimately we can go boom, boom. Actually, I've encountered the problem. So I'm just gonna go, I'll place that there. wait a second. Hold up. We could do each line has one pattern and then the other pattern could be the next one. So it could be this pattern here, that pattern there, then the other pattern here, which is actually not a bad idea. Because if we have a look, it kind of does work. So instead of, yeah, alright. Okay, I'm gonna swap my shovel out for my axe. So we're just going to go around destroying the blocks that we just placed. Because I think it will look better if it's like, you know, one after the other. Especially because this is a smaller platform. Then, okay. So that parent is fine, and then we have block, 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 and then block. And then that's supposed to be there, 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 and there. So I think what we might do is we will do we have any calcite? Maybe we could probably, no. I was gonna say maybe we could put some calcite, or we could do, no, it's not gonna work because it needs to be a unique pattern. What could we do? Because this is a platform, and actually it needs to be built up one more. So okay, so I'm not too sure how we're gonna move the gap down here. We could probably add some sort of cracked block, or the only other thing that we could do is we could go chop that down, place that here, and then place that there. That actually looks better, because then we've got one this end and one the other end. And then the next one will be the pale oak, sorry, pale wood, and the pale wood, and then pillar. So essentially it's going to be pale wood, pale pillar, quartz pillar. But it does mean that we will need something to hold it up, which I think you guys know what I mean by that. So what my plan is I'm going to do this alternating style. And I think it will look pretty nice. So I'll do some, oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Okay, you know what? Here's what I'm going to do. I don't need to sort it at the moment. We're going to go down and get some scaffolding. Because I'd rather use scaffolding. Yeah, ignore those. Do we have enough scaffolding somewhere in treasure chest or something? Not treasure chest, a chest. None in there. No. 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 No, not in there. Hang on. I need these. I need them. I might have to make some for myself if I cannot find them. No. I can't find them at the moment. I desperately want these. It's not there. I can't seem to see them. I'm not having much luck, am I? There we go, scaffolding. So what we'll do is we'll scaffold all the way up to the roof, to the floor that we need to work on. Because then it means that my life will be so much easier. Alright, let's do it over here. Okay, so we have made it to the edge of, where it's meant to be. So I think actually I will go down here. So this is going to be all that by doing something different. And then obviously this will go too, but not right now. This is going to be interesting. Chiseled quartz. No, because that's right, I had a plan on doing one will be, it'll be like 1 pound next pound, 1 pound next pound, 1 pound next pound. If that makes sense. I think it's a good start. I mean, we haven't really done much, but at least we're starting it. Okay, so I'm just gonna quickly quartz pillar. Whoops. Wow, great. Okay. That second one's not important. What is this? There you go. So that was the first time you've been to the Nether, I think? But yeah, so essentially, in between episodes, I think I will work on this in between episodes because it's a long, lengthy project, and I kind of don't have a lot. I'm trying to keep it as short as I can. If you want me to continue working on this in the next episode, episode 10, let me know. Otherwise, I will simply just work on it in between episodes, and when it's complete, which it will be, I will show you the finished thing. The storage unit, however, in episode 11, I'm pretty sure the storage farm that I've got in mind will be in episode 11. I'm not too sure. Anyway, guys, I hope you have. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a like, comment, and subscribe. If you want to watch another video, it's on the screen now, so click on it and watch it. And if you, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your night or day. And until next time, take care, guys.